One more chance for draft picks and undrafted rookie free agents to shine. Mike Petraglia inside Paycor Stadium. Tonight, under picture-perfect conditions, Bengals play their preseason finale against the Indianapolis Colts. Of course, back in the day, this was an annual ritual of preseason. The Colts and Bengals would always play the I-74 battle in the final game of preseason. It returns this year for the first time since it was canceled back in the COVID season of 2020. Bengals are 0-2, having lost to Tampa Bay 17-14 and being blown out last week in Chicago 27-3 by the Chicago Bears. The Bengals have not gone completely winless without a victory or a tie since 1998, and so they will be trying to avoid that here tonight at Paycor. The Bengals last year, of course, went 0-2-1 in the preseason. Their last preseason win, for what that matters, was the last preseason game of 2022 against the Los Angeles Rams, a 16-7 victory. Bengals are 2-8-1 in their last 11 preseason games. Sure, these games don't really mean anything at all except to those playing in them, but the Bengals would like a little taste of victory heading into the season opener when the games start being played for real against the New England Patriots. That, of course, is September 8th. Who's the starting quarterback tonight? Well, of course, it's going to be Logan Woodside once again. He was pretty effective in the first half last week, moving the ball a couple of times. The Bengals did get some work done right before halftime in a 2-minute drill, got 3 points on an Evan McPherson 54-yard field goal. But on the other decent drive of the first half, he was intercepted. Logan Woodside would like to improve upon a 17-for-25 performance where he had no touchdowns but 2 interceptions last week. He gets the start tonight. Rocky Lombardi certainly could see some reps in the second half, perhaps in the fourth quarter, as he did last week in Chicago when he went 4 for 8 in his Bengals debut. Another area to look at tonight, if you're wondering about players under the spotlight. As a matter of fact, this game is on Prime TV, so it'll be on national television with Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit and Kaylee Hartung on the broadcast on the call at 8 p.m. Eastern. Looking for a player who will be in the spotlight, look at linebacker Muma Njongmeta. He has really shined this preseason for the Bengals. He has a team-leading 17 tackles, 13 of those solos, and he has 2 passes defended. He's really trying to make a run at a spot at the back end of the linebacking core, trying maybe perhaps to challenge Devin Harper for that fifth and final linebacker spot for the Cincinnati Bengals. Of course, the NFL cutdown day is next Tuesday, August 27th, 4 p.m. All NFL rosters must cut down to 53 players. So it'll be interesting to see who shines, who stands out tonight, and who might curry some last-minute favor from Zach Taylor and some of the assistant coaches. That is really the essence of what tonight is all about. Now, it's not just about the 53-man roster. It's about the 16-man practice squad, and if a player or two or several players shine here tonight, that could certainly factor in the Bengals wanting to perhaps waive them but bring them back onto the practice squad once that practice squad is formed hours after the cutdown of Tuesday is announced. In terms of the defensive end position, of course, the Bengals are very shorthanded there. They may have dodged a bullet with reports being that Myles Murphy suffered just an MCL sprain on Tuesday in joint practice. He's expected to miss a couple of weeks at least, but not the whole season. But you're going to see a lot of rookies. Cedric Johnson, certainly the rookie out of Ole Miss, is someone to keep an eye on tonight. Can he make an impact, impress the coaching staff? But certainly you're not going to see Sam Hubbard. He didn't even practice the other day. He was in the huddles but did not get into any 11-on-11 team drills. So Sam Hubbard will not be playing in this game. Trey Hendrickson will not be playing in this game. I would venture to say Joseph Osai certainly not playing in this game. Bengals do not want to risk losing any more depth on the edge when it is so thin to begin with. Bengals have already lost Cam Sample early in training camp, of course, to a knee injury, or to a leg injury, I should say, and a torn Achilles, and he is lost for the season. And now Myles Murphy is down for at least a couple of weeks. He'll be out of action. But whoever can step forward today in the defensive end position, that could go a long way for the Bengals in determining some of their depth behind the stars on the defensive line. Certainly, I wouldn't expect any of the standout rookies to get significant playing time tonight. Certainly a guy like Chris Jenkins, they don't want to expose him to potential injury because they're going to be depending on him come the start of the regular season in the middle of the defensive line. Jermaine Burton, that's a name to keep an eye on. Does he play tonight to gather some more valuable reps? Certainly he has a spot among at least the 6 receivers the Bengals figure to be keeping on the first 53-man roster of the season. Eric All Jr., he has looked very good. Every time he has been on the field, he has looked better and better. Had a couple of crackdown blocks on running formations and short pass formations last week in Chicago. He has impressed coaches, not just with the way he's come back from his ACL injury of last November, but the way, as a rookie, he's had his head and nose in the playbook and really assimilated to the Cincinnati offense. The weather, as you can see behind me, spectacular. We're expecting a temperature of about 72 degrees, no chance of precipitation, and we're also expecting slight breezes 4 to 6 miles per hour come start of this game, which again is 8 p.m. Eastern time, and the game can be seen nationally on Prime Video. We'll have you covered, of course, post-game on CLNSCincy.com. Follow me on the X at Trags, Trags. And, of course, as always, the Jungle Roar Pod for all of your post-game locker room sounds and my recap of tonight's preseason finale between the Bengals and Colts, youtube.com/@Jungle Roar Pod. Inside a sunny Paycor Stadium, Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.